Hello everyone! It says live, so I must be live. So thanks for joining me. I'm sure that people are going to start joining right away, but in the meantime, I'm just going to start talking about what we are covering today. I'm making 4 cards here, and if you're watching the replay or if you're watching live, I'd love to hear you check in, or see you check in, I guess. I won't hear you, but please write in the comments and give those thumbs up when you like something, and feel free to ask questions. I'd be happy to answer them afterwards. So first of all, I hope you guys all have your copy of this amazing new holiday mini catalog, which has come out. There are so many amazing products in this. Honestly, I say this every time, but this is seriously the best one yet. And there's even some returning favorites from before. So I'm really happy to see some of those products coming back so we can play with them even more. So do you guys have a favorite? Please tell me, what's your favorite? I'd love to hear. I know one of my favorites is a kit that I'm definitely going to be featuring in some classes that are perfect for doing social distance. So this Joy of Sharing card kit is the first thing that I want to show you here today. It comes in this big box, and it's perfect because it gives you everything that you need all in this box. So your friends can purchase these, and it can count towards freebies for you. Then we can choose a date, and we can meet up online, and everyone can make these projects just using everything that's in this kit. So it's called the Joyous Sharing Kit. It's really, really versatile. So I kind of pulled this all apart for last night. You might hear my daughter upstairs. I think she's dropping things all over the floor. She turns 1 on Friday. Can you believe it? I can't believe it. Maybe you can believe it. I don't know. So it comes with a stamp set in there. And this might not show it very well, but the little pine cone and the bough and the little berries are all etched out. So they're really, really good for new purse or a tag. So this is going to be a really great kit. And it of course includes all the instructions, but if we're doing an online class, then we don't need to read instructions. I just show everyone how to do it, and we can meet up on Google Meet or Zoom, however you prefer. And then I think I should throw in some extra projects for you too. Don't you think that would be fun? So this one here, you can see that there are 2 different designs. So there's the vertical designs or the horizontal designs. And I guess you have different embellishments. So you can either choose to do poinsettias. You might say that word differently. I know my Australian family members definitely say it differently. But, or you can use the little pine cones. So this, you can see here, there's pictures in this. And I wanted to show you how that works. Because you can choose to put it together just as a regular card. Or if you want to send out picture cards for Christmas, this is the perfect project kit. So all of these are laser die cut, and you can see there's a lot left over. So that's what I'm thinking that we should use for some of the bonus cards that I would include if you booked one of these classes with me. So when you pop that out, then it goes onto this really gorgeous card. It is actually 5 by 7, and it includes envelopes in there too. So you've got a lot of room to include even a newsletter if you wanted to, or you can write out, or you have your kids draw a picture, however you want to do it. But it includes the envelopes too. Take a look at all these die cuts. So these are all punched out. Uh-oh, it's reconnecting. Okay. It says we're still alive. It says there are some of you on there. Thank you very much for hanging in. I just had a little blip in my internet, I guess. So these ones here are also die cuts. You can see they just pop right out. They're great to stamp on with a big saying. And then look at this. All of these massive sheets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And you get all of these embellishments. Aren't they beautiful? So again, you just pop them out really, really quick and easily. They all just punch out at once. And then you can just start to put them together. So the wonderful thing about this kit is it includes adhesive. So you get your dimensionals. You get an ink spot, so Mossy Meadow, which is really versatile. You can use that all year long. This is a clear block. And then, of course, that stamp set. You get some mini glue dots, and then these are little circle embellishments that are made with the glitter paper, and they're adhesive on there too. So lots of fun stuff in this kit. Again, it's just $48, and it gives you the stamp set too. So that one says, wishing you a season filled with the special warmth of friendship, the precious joy of sharing, and the wonderful blessings of happiness. I'm going to stamp that on the inside of all of my cards this year. I just think it's so beautiful. So let me know if you want to book one of these classes, and we can get people starting to order their kits, because I have a feeling that these kits are going to go fast. So let me know. We don't want them to sell out. We want to make sure that we can do that class with all of your friends. So they can be all over the country too, because we can just ship directly to them. So think about who you'd want to spend some time with online, who you've missed reconnecting with, and who you want to share some crafting time with. So think about that. I've got something else here to show you. Brand spanking new off the press. Now, my camera's so close, it's not going to show you properly, but look at this beauty. It folds down, folds open, and this is our new cut and emboss machine. It comes with all of these plates, and best of all, they are numbered so that we know exactly what sandwiches to put together. The instructions are right on here, very clear with the numbers, 1, 2, 3, so that you know exactly how to put all the pieces together to get the look that you're going for. So whether it's die cutting or maybe it's embossing, we've even got a nice plate here for embossing with the textured folders. So this is so easy to use. I'm going to use it a couple times tonight. Okay, we've got a whole bunch of people joining. I want to show you now our paper pumpkin from last month. I haven't received mine yet. I was one of the ones who had a little bit of a delay on mine, so it's coming in the mail, and I'm sure I'll show you as soon as I get it. But we're actually using this for one of the cards tonight, so I wanted to show you this. The Summer Nights includes 9 postcards, so you get 3 of each of the 3 designs, and then you get 9 of these cute little tea light bags is what they call them. Now, if you look on Pinterest though, just search Summer Nights Paper Pumpkin. People are cutting this off and putting glitter paper or glimmer paper behind. They're using it as a stencil. They're doing all kinds of stuff, so I can't wait to play with that too. This kit is available as a full kit for $30. I may have one of those left. It may be pending purchase right now, so if you're interested, just let me know. And then I also have refills. So the refills are great because it comes with all the stars, all these cute little die cut embellishments. Let's see. The full kit comes with the stamp set and the ink spot, but the refill comes with all the consumable supplies. So you got these great epoxy gold stars, vellum mason jars, and it's got the little fireflies too, so you can kind of put them inside. This is never going to do justice online, but I don't know if you can see, it's actually got some textured embossing on there. And then of course these are little die cuts that you just stamp onto. They're really versatile for different sayings too, so even if you don't get the full pack, you'll still be able to use it. Okay, we've got some twine, we've got some dimensionals and glue dots. The full kit comes with the Blackberry Bliss and the stamp set. That's why it's an extra $15. But again, this refill kit is going to blow your mind, and I'm going to show you why. Okay, I had so much fun. Where are my little die cuts? I'm missing showing you something here. There they are. So these have cute gold embellishing on them. And then you've got the Ferris wheel and the roller coaster. You've got the little lanterns and the little lightning bugs or fireflies. And you can put the little mason jar over top of them so it looks like they're inside, and then some of them escaping as well. So these are going to be really versatile too, to make all kinds of different cards. Oh man, I'm making a mess as always. I have to start using the floor. So in addition to the full kit and the refill kit, this month was a little bit special because we had an add-on kit, and that included these wicked envelopes that come in the 3 different colors, and then these card bases, which are similar to the card bases, or the postcards, I guess is what they call them in this kit, but a little bit of a different design. And I don't know if you guys can see there, it's got these beautiful stars on there, and it's a really nice wash of color. So perfect for using the ton of extra embellishments that come in this kit. So you can make way more cards than just this. Or let me show you what I played with last night. Okay, this just took me about half an hour, and I was only using a Memento ink pad along with it. So that's our white lid that's a black ink, and I just made these. So look at that. So I stamped full strength on the tree and the deer and the swoosh, and then I stamped off for this extra piece here, stamped off there, stamped off in the background. Isn't that stunning? If you like things, make sure you press the thumbs up button. So this is just quick and easy. All of these will need sentiments on them, but you can just pop them up there. Even some vellum, without the mason jar, of course, but if I just use some vellum, I think would just look so beautiful. So then I was thinking, oh, let's put on some little sailboats, and that kind of could be like a misty morning sail, which I thought was really pretty. How about this one with the beautiful stars coming in? This one, I was having fun thinking about it being underwater, and then I started playing, oh look, there's one tucked inside there. And then I started playing with another stamp set that is probably my favorite, and I stamped off the fishes there so they're kind of swimming in the background. Stamped off some of the seaweed here, and then we've got our jellyfish and turtle. If you're wondering about any of these stamp sets, just let me know and I'd be happy to send you a link to them. So write in the comments and then I'd be happy to do that afterwards. Look at this one. This is using one that already has kind of clouds built into it, like this. And then I just stamped the little clouds over top and it made them look all fuzzy. Isn't that cute? And then of course the mountains. That's one of my favorite stamp sets that carried over. Then just some simple trees. And of course the palm trees. Now all of these, like I said, if you're just tuning in now, you just want to add like a little tag or something onto them, but aren't they stunning just with a little bit of stamping? And then this one here, I was going to add a piece of paper and then just have this kind of coming out from underneath it. So maybe I'll finish these up in the next few days and I'll have to post them and see what you think. So I'm sure you guys are wondering, how do I get my hands on these? You might even be searching my online store right now. They're not available from Stampin' Up! Right now, but don't worry. I actually have purchased a bunch and I have them in stock. So if you're looking to get your hands on the 24 pack of card bases with these printed envelopes, that's $13 plus GST and shipping to me, and then you'd have to pick them up from my house. If you want them shipped anywhere in Canada, I'd have to have shipping on top of that as well. But that's an amazing deal, right? $13? That's like 50 cents a card base. And if you factor in the fact that you don't even need too many more layers, it's a really good deal. Oh, I wanted to show you one more thing. Excuse me. You can even take a die cut and put it right over top. Oh, it's a good thing I have water here. A little catch in my throat. All right, look at that. Isn't that pretty? So honestly, I think you're going to be making all kinds of cards with these. And if you want a couple of these, I can definitely give them to you. So $13 for what's called the add-on. Now, if you want one of the refills, that includes all the consumable supplies to make these cards, just not the stamp set and the ink spot. So if you want one of those, also $13, so $15 including shipping and GST. And then if you want that full kit, just let me know and I'll let you know if it's still available, okay? Okay, first card. I know you want to see it. This is, oh dear, I didn't organize myself very well before tonight. Okay, here we go. So I've got the little supplies ready to go here. Got my Memento ink out. That's what I'm going to need for this card. And this is using the refill kit. So it includes these little postcards is what they're calling them. But these postcards are not just a throwaway. They actually fit perfectly onto a card base, one of our regular card bases, and it even fits inside the envelope that's included in the kit. So woohoo! I've already pre-embossed this using one of my new favorites. And it's this, I'll show you in the light here. Can you see that? It's so textured. It's so beautiful. It's our new Stampin' Cut and Emboss folder. So it's 6 inches by 6 inches. It fits through our new cut and emboss machine. And if you're using this with the old Big Shot, you'd want to make sure to use it with this purpley blue plate. I do have one more of these in stock. They're not available from Stampin' Up anymore, but I have one. Now, if you're using it along with our new Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine, you're going to be using it with the plate number 4. Here we go, 4, 1, and I actually did it with, I think, a number 3 in there too, I can't remember. But the instructions say 4 and 1, so you could probably just listen to the instructions, hey? Meanwhile, I'm just talking away here. So what you do is you just sandwich your paper in between there, in that embossing folder, and then you crank it through the machine and it puts pressure on it, and when it comes out it's all textured looking like this. So let me put it to the side because I know you guys want me to get on with it a little bit. I've pre-embossed this and I'll show you how to get this finished look of the card. So You Light Up My Life. This is from the stamp set that's included in that paper pumpkin. So it's a really perfect saying for these card bases because they all have these beautiful starry skies. And I just went camping and I swear I saw this exact look. It was beautiful. I tried to take a picture, but it never did it justice. Okay, so I've already textured and embossed that. Now just to pop out our trees, I got started on this already, and I'm going to take my sponge dauber and my Memento ink pad, and I'm just going to swirl this around. So when you're going up to the top of these trees, you want to just be a little bit careful that you don't ink up too much. But you can definitely apply a lot more down at the bottom and it gives that more dense forest look. This is a beautiful sunset, I'm imagining. Are you guys campers too? That's been our saving grace this year. We've just been getting out as much as we possibly can. And whenever I go, I'm always prepping something, so I'm always stampin' camping. And I just love it so much. There's only one way you can make camping better, and that's stampin' camping. So using this new ribbon, I wish you guys could feel this. It's so fun, and it's mesh. It's actually included from the it's in the holiday catalog, but it's included in the Halloween section. So I just put on a bit of our new Stampin' Seal, and then I'm wrapping it around the bottom. Here we go. And then I'm going to put on some dimensionals. I gotta get these out of here. So regular white dimensionals on this part. I just do the corners. I just find that's where you need it most. And then I pop that onto my card base. Isn't that fun, just adding that little bit of sparkle? It's almost like your mind can't quite figure it out. Now, for these little tags, I've actually punched out the pieces using our new sextuplet punch. So this is not the one that's included in the annual catalog, because there is one that's like this in the annual catalog, but this is the new one that's in the holiday catalog, and it gives this little peak and then also the fishtail look. So I've used the peak, and I mean that it's 6 because you actually have different options for the thickness as you put it into the punch. Really easy to use. You just glide it in using the little guidelines, and then I found that I really needed to look from behind and make sure that it was coming in straight. So I've perfectly done that, and you might be noticing this gorgeous paper. This is our new black glimmer paper, and if you have this, just run your fingernails over it. It's magic. None of the glitter comes off. Hooray! So I'm just going to glue this right on. Oh, you know what? I like to use a little bit more sticking power when it comes to putting things onto glimmer paper. So I started with the Stampin' Seal, but if I had the Seal Plus, which it's somewhere in this little bin, but when in doubt, always use a dimensional, right? You Light Up My Life. I can adhere that on now. I really liked it off to the side here. And then to finish it all off here, there's a couple more steps. These are our brand new, oh man, I wish I have it marked, so I'll show you in a second, but if you guys can think of it, you get bonus points for life if you get it commented down there before I look it up. Now there's a little bit more here that's a very subtle shine. I don't know if you guys can even see that. There's a little Wink of Stella on there. So I just used my Wink of Stella pen and then brought in a little bit of the Milky Way. And I think subtlety is really perfect whenever you're putting on Wink of Stella. I mean, you could go crazy, I guess, if you wanted to, but I'm going for a little subtle look here with just a little bit of the Milky Way coming through. All right, you want to see what products I used here? I'm going to take you through. So starting here in the new annual catalog, this evergreen 3D embossing folder is the one that you're definitely going to want to put on your list because it's so gorgeous, so versatile, and I think that you could use that all year round, not just for the holidays. Now take a look at this sample here with the glimmer paper just as a strip. So you glue that on and then run that through your cut and emboss machine, and then you have a continuous pattern, but on the foil it's just spectacular. So on this page here, we've got our black glitter paper, and then we've got the iridescent pearls. That's what they are. Thank you. And then the metallic mesh ribbon. This ribbon is so cool. It doesn't really show, I think, properly with this, but it would be really cool bunched up as well. But I really like it like this, so you can have that little bit of sparkle. Okay. And then we've got our new Banners Pick-a-Punch. And that's that 6 punches in one that I was telling you about. So you've got 3 different thicknesses for the 2 different punch styles. Make sure you add those to your list because those are going to be really versatile. Now I also, of course, did, what did I do here? Oh, Wink of Stella. That's from the annual catalog on page 146. And that's how I got in that little bit of platinum shimmer. Okay, guys, ready for some more stamping? Let me throw this all on the floor and I'll get on with it. Now remember, if you need to reference any of this, it's definitely going to be online afterwards. So you can pause and rewind however you see fit. Our next card here is featuring our sunflower suite and then a little bit of watercoloring along with embossing and our brand new foil sheets. Oh, I can't wait to show you this. Okay, so the first things first, I'm going to get you, oh dear, here we go. I'm going to get you playing along here. I just realized that I'm missing one pack. Oh dear. Like, somebody call my husband and tell him that he needs to come downstairs to help me. Can anyone phone him? All right. Fold your cardstock base. This is in our new Bumblebee color. And I'm going to get started here on a watercolor wash. And using my block as a palette, I'm going to use 2 different colors that I'm tying in from my ribbon here. So our brand new Misty Moonlight in color and our Bumblebee in color. Bumblebee and Misty Moonlight. Okay, so let's start with our Misty Moonlight. Just add a little bit there. And then I'm going to squish on some water. These are our new water painters, and they are so nice to use. It comes in a 3-pack. So you've got 2 different sizes of brush tip, one large and one small one, and then you've got a big fan brush tip. So you've got 3 options there. And then you just fill them up with water, and then you can paint with them. So this is watercolor paper or fluid 100 paper, and I'm just going to start with a very light wash. And I'd recommend starting underneath where your sunflower is going to go, because then you can play with it after that. You don't have to worry about doing a big sploosh and then messing up maybe your whole card, right? Okay, so I'm adding some color. Oops. And then you can go back and you can add more as you see fit. So I kind of like getting these little flicks on there too. So I find that this is a subtle way of doing it. And then you can grab some more color and get this beautiful wash. Now, I'm going to kind of accelerate the drying just because you guys are watching along with me. The more water that you have on there, the longer it's going to take to dry, obviously. But if you want to lay it down in even a couple of different layers, that works as well. So you can start off with one layer, dry it, and then you can even add a little bit more if you want to. So if you find that you want a little bit of a deeper color, you can definitely go back in and add a little bit more color in there. So everyone's is going to look different in this part. I'm just going to lay that to the side and then get started on my sunflower. So on my sunflower, I definitely could use this aqua painter, but I've stamped and embossed this with our gold embossing powder, and I've put it onto Whisper White cardstock. So it's not great for soaking up a lot of water. The product that I would recommend using on Whisper White is actually our blender pen. And these ones come in a pack of 3. They're double tipped and they honestly last forever. You can change colors. You just have to scribble until it goes clear, and then the solution inside is ready to go with whatever color that you choose. So I mentioned that I'm going to be using Bumblebee. So I just take a little bit of that. I was thinking though, you could totally turn this sunflower into a Gerber daisy if you wanted to, and you could use any color that you wanted. So you might even have a purple or a pink Gerber daisy. So I'm just going to do some quick application of color. You can see here that I've got the overlay coming over top, so it definitely does not have to be perfect. So I'm just going to add some here. I add it dark, and then I kind of go over everything with a lighter color, and then it blends it all together. Try to speed this up a little bit for you guys. We had quite the day today. It was pretty exciting. Our dog, who is post-surgery 2 weeks now for her second torn ACL, her second and last. She's got no more ACLs left to tear, but she's walking around with a cone. She got her stitches out today. And then I also, it was a day filled with puppies. I also went to my friend's house, and she is actually a volunteer with, sorry, I'm concentrating here, a volunteer with Dogs with Wings, and she is raising puppies right now at her house. So it's complete chaos, but it's the most wonderful kind of chaos that you can imagine. And they are having so much fun over there. So I was one of the lucky people who got to come and have a visit, because it's with Dogs with Wings. They have it quite controlled. And of course, with COVID, everything is even more under control. So it's, half an hour visit, 1 visit per day, make sure to wash my hands in front of them, and how I can pick up the puppies or even pet the puppies, but only if the puppies are sitting and ready to go. So yeah, it's amazing how early they start the training. And I'm so proud of those dogs. They're just incredible. They make me cry whenever I think about how much they impact people's lives. So if you have a chance, please check out Dogs with Wings, because honestly, the work that they do is incredible. Okay, I've talked my way through that. I could talk your ear off all day long. I miss seeing you all. So I've got the gold embossing on there, and then it's all color happening. Poor wireless connection. You guys are staying on though, it looks like. That makes me happy. It just keeps blacking out my screen a little bit, so I'm sorry if that's interrupting the quality a little bit. I've used a die with our new cut and emboss machine, and that cut out this gorgeous detailed sunflower overlay. But before I actually put it on, I adhered one of our little adhesive sheets onto it, and it's just a little 2" by 2" spot in the center. So when I was cutting this out, I had a piece of paper that was kind of, I think it was 3.5 inches by 3.5 inches. Then I had a little 2" by 2" square, and so when I laid this on here and cut it out, it cuts out the adhesive perfectly, so we can lay this over top. Ah, and that's when those angels sing in your stamping studio or your craft room. Okay, this is what I should have done first. That's like the longest part of the whole process, is trying to match up that shape. But I really like just the adhesive in the middle because it gives you this 3D look. Now, if your sheet of paper is a little bit wet still, it might not want to adhere, so you might have to just wait for that step a little bit. Okay, next thing, I keep dropping things on the floor. I think this is nice and dry. Now we can do that. I'm going to use my Stamp and Seal. So with it being such a crazy day, like more than I've done in, you know, a week, right? In one day. And my husband's home and everything is busy. I didn't get to prep this as much as I wanted to today. Oh well. You guys like crafting along with me, I'm sure. Maybe you like the way that I put on these dimensionals. Maybe you just really want that to be a part of your life. I'm moving on to mini dimensionals now because I've just run out of big dimensionals here. Okay, so let's get this all ready to go. I'm not going to glue this on yet because I want to make sure that I put my sunflower on, and then I'm going to trim off the excess. And I've got a little sneaky thing to do with that. It's going to go inside. So my recommendation to you is, if you're aligning this, oh, come on. If you're aligning this, just make sure that you have a little bit of where that adhesive is on here to be cut off, because then it will stay connected. Well, look I have one whole dimensional that was off there. I didn't align that so well. Well, we'll just peel that off and we'll use that again. There we go. Put that to the side. Put some adhesive on the back of that. So you can see the little bit of adhesive underneath that overlay is still on there, so it's going to keep it all together. And then I went to Dollarama today too, my first big outing, and holy man, I went down every aisle. I have 2 kids' birthdays coming up right away here. So we're doing a birthday for my daughter, and it's going to be a unicorn theme, and then we're going to do a dinosaur theme for my son. So lots of fun happening in our house. This is kind of a unique way of putting on ribbon. I wanted something that wasn't super feminine or a tie. I don't know if you guys can see that, but all I did was just lay it on itself 3 times. You're going to have some excess here, you know, whether you're working off the spool, I don't know, or if you're working like this, then you'll have a little bit of excess. And then I actually just use some glue dots to kind of hold it together. A little piece of twine, which I'm going to, this is our baker's twine, or I think they'd call it linen thread actually. And I'll put another one on there and stick it down. And then I'm going to tie it together like this. So just tying a little bit of a bow. Now if you want to put your piece of foil on first, you can definitely do that. Okay, here we go. Has anyone called my husband yet? Because if nobody calls my husband, then I have to run upstairs for a minute for the next card. So ridiculous. Okay, we've got our foil, and this is our new brushed foil. I can't wait to show you this because it comes in a 3-pack, so you get 3 different colors in one. And in person, you definitely can see the difference. So I'm going to just angle it off there. And that's in our new holiday catalog. You guys do this with your dimensionals? I sure hope you do. Don't waste a tiny bit of your dimensionals. There we go. And then we're going to just stick that on. Got our 2 little dimensionals. I'm going to just stick it on right here. And then our heartfelt, which I've already cut out. This is from a really awesome set. I'll show you guys in a minute. It's not from the sunflower set, even though there's amazing sayings in that. I just thought heartfelt was so versatile. I'm going to use glue dots to put that on. Here we go. That just holds it on so nicely. And then you've got your finished card here. But heartfelt you could use for a thank you card. You could use it for a birthday card, even an anniversary card. You could use it pretty much for anything. So there you go. I hope you guys like that card. That's one of my favorites that I've ever done, maybe. So in the annual catalog, you're going to find the Celebrate Sunflower stamp set on page 13. And then the saying that I used for the heartfelt is on page 22. It's called Lovely You. This one's the one that goes with the 6 times punch. The lovely labels pick a punch. And you can bundle and save 10% for those. Okay, for the sunflower underneath, so the part that goes underneath there, I stamped that with Versamark onto Whisper White paper. Then I put gold embossing powder sprinkled over the top, and then you use a heat tool to heat set it, and that's what makes it look so gold and shiny. And if you've never heat embossed, oh my goodness, this is my favorite technique ever. So I'm sure you would love to do something like that. It always wows. And it's perfect for any time of year, but I think just especially at Christmas. The Fluid 100 paper makes that swoosh in behind look effortless. If you were to do that swoosh on Whisper White paper, it would be challenging to do because the Whisper White is pressed so fine that it doesn't absorb water very well. Meanwhile, the Fluid 100 is a lot thicker and gives us a lot more versatility. Our beautiful ribbon there used on the top is one of our new in-color ribbons. So this is the Misty Moonlight one, and it's got a really beautiful subtle weave to it. It's not like it's a white woven in, it's just subtly different colored. So it's perfect for any project, really. And then of course we've got our adhesive sheets, and those ones are on the page after our cut and emboss machine. So this is that new cut and emboss machine. We don't have a date yet on the mini one, but I'll keep you posted. That one's about half the width of it, so it's great for what I do, which is Stampin' Campin', but I think it's also really great for a lot of people who are getting started. And if you're wondering which dies work with it, they're all labeled with this little mini symbol. And all of the same sandwiches are available for that half width machine. So it gives you lots of versatility. So adhesive sheets. You're also going to want to have this take your pick die brush tip. To your die brush, I just had another connection issue. That goes on to your take your pick tool and just screws on. And what that's going to do is poke out all of the little pieces of paper when you cut out an intricate die like this. It's so handy to have, and it's just going to make your life so much better. So make sure you get that too. Okay, and one more thing here, of course, our sunflower dies. That I can hear Gideon talking upstairs saying that I'm online. This beautiful die with the big one and then the underlay, and then there's also the leaf outline and the underlay, and then oh honey, I'm gonna need you to get Dad to help you with that, but can you tell Dad to come down here for a minute, please? I need him to grab something for my next card.
Hey Daddy.
I love my family. So I just need you for a second, please. So the Brush Metallic 12 by 12 is in our new holiday mini catalog, and this is going to be an essential one for you. So 2 of each of the 3 colors. You get bronze, copper, and gold. Oh no, you've got a scrape on your knee.
And also
oh no.
My elbow, and I think I have my finger too.
Oh no. Honey, I'm just missing one of my little packets from upstairs. It would be on the it's in a box near the tree upstairs by the fireplace. Can you just bring me down that whole box, please? Thank you, darling. Okay, I want to show you guys, because I'm still live on the internet. Can you believe it, Gideon? So I wanted to show you guys the difference between these beautiful Brush Metallics foil pieces and our regular foil. Hey Parker, time to go upstairs now. And our regular foil. So this is our copper foil here. There's a third one, but Can you guys see the difference there? Can you guys see all the lines? This is just a plain one, and then this one has the nice lines. So they're really subtle. It's not like it's got a pattern or anything, but I think that pack is going to be essential for everyone to just get you started and give you a whole bunch of selection of these different colors. Now, this designer series paper we're definitely going to be using next month. It is stunning in real life. It's got the copper foil, and yes, thank you so much, my darling. Oh my goodness, you saved my bacon. Saved my bacon. Okay. So our next card here, thank goodness my husband came home in time. All right, my next card here is taking us to Christmas. Oh my goodness. Are you guys ready for this? I don't know if you are or not. Maybe you are, maybe you're not. It's 30 degrees outside today in Edmonton. So we can just dream about snowy Christmas. Okay, let's get organized here. I've got another box where I've got all of my little supplies for this. Now, the real star of the show here on this card are our new foam adhesive sheets. This comes with 6 pieces of foam adhesive, and it's just the same thickness pretty much as our dimensionals, but there's nothing cut into them. So when you use them along with a sheet of paper, I'm using this gorgeous new balmy blue shimmer paper, and I've cut down a little piece using my cutter. Now, the rotary blade worked best for me for this, but you definitely can use it with any different, even regular paper cutter. Here we go, let's do this. So you're just going to use your blade then and figure out how much you want. Now, I wouldn't recommend doing small pieces like this, but you can see how it just cuts right through it. So prepping whatever size piece that you need is a breeze. And then you're going to peel off one side of the adhesive, and then you can just stick it right onto the backing. Now, I can't wait to blow your mind with this because it definitely blew my mind. These foam adhesive sheets, you get so many in a pack, so it works great. Now I bring in my brand new machine. You can use these with any machine that you have though, which is great. Now I'm going to build my sandwich with number 1, that's the thick, and number 2, which is our plate for using dies. And then we've got our gorgeous, looks almost brand new, number 3, which is our cutting plates. We're not going to use number 4 because that's with the embossing folders. And then let's just see here. I can choose one of my dies. Now, in the packages that I've prepped for my club, I used 2 different sized snowflakes, so I'm going to do the same here. And you just lay them on there. Now, I like to make sure that you've got a little bit here so that your machine has a bit to grip on before it gets thicker. So let's just show you here. Then it glides through easy peasy. I wish I could show you everything here, but I can't zoom out enough. But it truly is quite easy to run through, and then I just ran it backwards again. The more times that you put it through your cutting machine, the more it's going to squish down your adhesive, but it still stays really thick. And that's what gives you that beautiful, thick, sticky adhesive so that you can make any die cut image into a nice, thick embellishment. Oh, blows my mind, you guys. You are going to have so much fun with this. Now, where did I put my prep supplies here? There we go. That one and that one. I've used a stamp set, and I've stamped on here already, May Your Seasons Sparkle. And using this gorgeous designer series paper from the new catalog, the new holiday catalog, there's a couple of different colors of blue that work with it. I'm using the mint macaron, but the sample here that I'm about to find in my pile of goodies is using this all of these have, I just had a connection issue again. All of these have different patterns. So I can't wait to see what everyone has created with these gorgeous supplies. So we've got our white, Whisper White background piece. And then we're going to build this up. This is a really quick assembly job. So you have to decide which side you want. Well, I have to go with mint macaron because it's my favorite color. So I'm going to put some dimensionals kind of in the middle here in the corners. So not right against the corners, but enough in so that it's going to pop it up on both sides. And then I put it just like, oops, just like this. And the piece of paper behind should be small enough to fit in behind, but you might have to trim off a little bit extra. So you can see I didn't quite stamp it perfectly straight there when I prepped this piece for the class, or for this class. And so I just needed to cut off a little bit, but it doesn't matter because it's just hidden. Then you're going to take some Stamp It Seal, which just glides on so easily. And that's going to be adhered onto the background here. Then I've got some gorgeous gems and my cutout piece with that sticky foamy sheet. Now, if you're trying to separate anything like this, I just love the Take Your Pick tool. You can just poke it through, and then you can use even your finger and just kind of pull them away. There we go. Oh, I'm so happy that my family saved my bacon. I have not had that happen for a live video ever. So there you go. Isn't that stunning? Oh my gosh. Easy peasy, and it just really pops it up. And then you're going to use your Take Your Pick tool to put on these faceted gems. And ta-da! Your card is finished. So I've pre-cut out this little piece here, and I wanted to show you what happens with that. So with this, so you can even use this piece too and use it with our nested labels, and then it looks like the little snowflakes are coming into it. So this piece is definitely usable as well. Don't throw this out. I've got a stack of them ready to go for whatever project I need. So this piece here is using the die that has stitching on it as well, and cuts out all these cute little hexagons and dots too. So pretty. My favorite die pack. And it's so, there's so many of them too. Look at, there's even one hanging out down here. And then this, and then those two that I used to do these other little snowflakes. So tons of dies for you. Do you guys want to see what products I used? Wow. I'm so happy you do, because I'm going to show you. So from the annual catalog, I only have one thing that I used, but it is the showstopper, I think, and the game changer, definitely, and that's these foam adhesive sheets. So they're like this, and you can cut out whatever shape that you want, even letters, of course. So $11, and you get 6 sheets that are, 4.5 inches by 4 1/4. It's really great. Okay, from our holiday catalog, we've got everything from this page. So our Snowflake Splendor Designer Series paper, which I'll show you in just a second. It's stunning. The Snowflake Wishes bundle, which is on our next page. It's this huge, robust stamp set with lots of snowflake sizes, even like a little flurry there, and fantastic sayings. And then, of course, you can bundle and save 10% and get it with the die pack as well. Okay, winter snow embossing folder. That's what gave that texture to that background there. Can you see that? And then we've got our balmy blue glimmer paper. This comes 12 by 12 and is gorgeous, stunning. And the blue adhesive back gems. Now these come in 2 different colors, and I don't know if you guys can see that there. Let's see if I can change my light. There we go. So this is the balmy blue color. And then we also have the Night of Navy color. The balmy blue color matches with this cardstock paper, and then also this glimmer paper. And then, well, I think that's it. Oh, I was going to show you this paper though. Here we go. So 12 inches by 12 inches comes with 2 each of 6 different designs that are double-sided. So let's take a look. shall we? So each one of these sheets would make, imagine all the options that you would have putting these together. Beautiful, aren't they? Here we go. I really like these ones that are just kind of plain with a washed pattern. This one looks like more snowflakes. I know that you guys are at home going, ooh and ah, and maybe even you're out on your patio or your deck in the 30 degrees heat and you're looking at these snowflakes thinking, that looks great. All right, you guys ready for the third and final card? Yes, yes we are, Kelly, woohoo! Gosh, I miss you guys so much. This is the last card, and it features a whole bunch of punched images. It's actually 20 leaves, and then 3 little acorns, and then 24, including this little "My heart is grateful for you." So we're going to go back in time to a little bit more of like a summer theme because our leaves are still green, but this is actually a card that I cased out of the, really liked the layout of this one here towards punches, which make your life so much easier. And this saying I thought was perfect for, again, anniversaries or birthdays, or of course a thank you card. So I wanted to reimagine this card using a little bit more darker colors, a little bit more masculine, and not such a fall theme, but even more like a summer theme. So I'll show you how we make this card. Okay. Luckily I have all the supplies I need ready to go for this one here. Okay, look at all these pieces. So our paper here is from our Touches of Nature, I think it is. I'll show you in a minute anyways. It's a a designer series paper pack that actually has all different kinds of textures, textiles, and even some fabrics as well as tile and wood grains too. So with this one here, I'm going to be putting it over top of the green, but I don't know if you're the same as me, but I just wanted to tone down that green a little bit. So I love vellum for that. It's just perfect to take everything down a notch without introducing a new color. It just kind of washes everything out. So what I'm going to do for the start of this one is to just put some dimensionals here, which are going to hold on the vellum paper. And I kind of put them close here to the circle. The circle I cut out with a die from my favorite die pack that I shouldn't even put away because I use it every single month. I'll show you what that is in a minute. Doesn't that just take it down nicely? Oh, I just love it. Okay, then I'm going to put some Stampin' Seal, and I'm just putting it exactly where I have those dimensionals, and that's going to adhere this on here. And then I'm a fan of dimensionals. Look at this, I just found a whole sheet of them. Oh, I'll save that for another day. All those little cut pieces. Look at this. I have dimensional sheets turning up all around my house in all different kinds of places. And how about these backers? Have you ever had that in a weird spot? I once took off my bra at night and there was one stuck to me. So I don't know what happened there, but you know, crazy things do happen sometimes when I'm crafting. For this next step, I'm going to use our Tombow mono glue. It's a multi-purpose glue, and it's got 2 different tips on it. It's got a wide tip and then also this fine tip on this edge. This is not an adhesive that I use very much, but some people, oh, there you go, a little bubble. This is not an adhesive that I use very often, but some people use this instead of an inline adhesive, like such as a snail or a Stampin' Seal, and they put their whole cards together with this, so it's very versatile. Now you're going to start with just this kind of 3/4 of a circle because this tag is going to go over top and we don't want to waste any leaves when we could be having them visible, right? Now here's the part where if you figure out if you are an anal retentive person like me and you have a pattern, or if you're more of a free-form person and you're just putting these leaves on willy-nilly. So what kind of a person are you? Tell me. I want to know. Am I the only person who's going to put these on in like a very specific pattern? I think probably I'm not alone, if I could guess. I know a couple people by name who are also going to be, you know, putting these together in a very specific pattern of colors. So I want to show you kind of while we're putting this together, this great punch pack. They're just perfect hands too. And they've got a stamp set to go along with them. So the stamp set here, Beautiful Autumn, is really perfect because it's got the coordinating outline or the solid image that you can use along with the punches. So with these ones here, because there are so many punch pieces, I kind of expedited the process in my life and just put the punched pieces on there, but I think they have beautiful wow factor too. Can you imagine if you did the stamping and then you punched it out too? This wreath would just pop right out, wouldn't it? Okay, what color am I on? We're back at square one with mint macaron. Can you guys name these colors? Shall I name them for you? Mint macaron for this leaf here. We've got a brand new Just Jade color, and then we've got Garden Green, and this one is Shaded Spruce. So we've got a really great color combination of vibrant greens. This card is kind of inspired by my husband because his favorite color is green, and I really wanted a card for our anniversary. I didn't get this one made in time, but it made me realize that I need more cards with green in them that he likes. I like a lot of blues. And so I thought, oh, I should do another one with greens. Okay, I'm almost finished. I swear I am, guys. It's like harder to talk and arrange leaves than you'd imagine. Okay, there we go. I've got my leaves on there. I'm going to put on the back side of my little tag here. I've already stamped this here for today with My Heart is Grateful for You. That's also from this Beautiful Autumn. And I've lost my dimensionals again, so I'm going to go back to my trusty cut-up sheet. Hopeless. I need like a spotter here. I need a supervisor. So My Heart is Grateful for You just goes right over top there. Now, if you're like me and if you want this raised up even more, you can even do a double layer of dimensional underneath there, because then it evens it all out. And then we're going to put a little mini dimensional underneath two of these cute little stamped and punched acorns. I have that ready to go, so you didn't have to watch me do that. And then stamp and seal on the third one. So that one just is going to go under here. And then tuck these ones on over top. There we go. So we always say all you need to make a card, stamps, ink, and paper. And here you go. And a couple punches, right? Shh. Stamps, ink, and paper, right? All right, let me show you what I used to make this card. So it features this Gilded Autumn suite. And honestly, I think I was saying before, this paper, we're going to use it next month. And these acorn trinkets feel so luxe when you touch them. The basket weave ribbon combo is to die for as well. So basically everything on this page is what you need, right? Anyways, what I actually used is the Autumn Punch Pack in combination with Beautiful Autumn. I love the samples too that they made here. Look at this one. They've done a whole bunch of punching, but for some of these, they've stamped it and then punched it out. And because you can stamp and then look through the window while you're punching, you can make sure that you've got it perfectly centered every single time with no guesswork at all. And then we've also got a couple other products from the annual catalog. So this is the In Good Taste. I think I misspoke earlier when I was quoting that, but this is like a double pack of paper. That's why the cost is a little bit more. It actually gives you 24 sheets, so 2 each of 12 double-sided designs instead of our regular 6. And you can see that it's actually a better deal. If you got 2 regular packages, it'd be more expensive. So they've given us a little bit of a discount on that. I love discounts. Then we've got, what have I got on this page here? Oh, vellum, of course. We've got our vellum, which is an essential, I think, in everyone's craft room, just if they need, you know, a special color or a special je ne sais quoi to add on to their project, but not introducing another color. The label that we used is the Everyday Label Punch. That just pops it right out. And again, I stamped that first and then punched it out so that I could get it perfectly centered in that window. That's great for beginner stampers. And the Stitch Shapes is one of my favorite, most essential packages. It comes with all the circles that you need in dies, and it gives you a cut line and a stitched line on the inside. So that's what I used to get that initial circle shape. So if you don't have that one, honestly, get it. And if you're planning on getting that little mini machine, it fits in that too. So you're not going to see my face tonight because it gets too crazy when I flip things around, but thank you so much for joining me. And again, if you want one of those packs of card bases or a refill kit for that paper pumpkin, you just let me know. You can also do prepaid subscriptions as well that count towards being a club member. So if you have any more questions about that, just let me know. Thanks for joining me either live or on the replay. Thanks for commenting along, for sending your lights. I can't wait to look at all your questions and help you answer them and figure out how to stamp even more in your life, because I think we all need some more stamping in our life. So thank you again for joining me. Have a wonderful night, and we'll hope to stamp with you soon. Bye, guys.